Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for July 26th, 2025. Full random kingdom today as it is Saturday. And we have no trashing, it looks like. We also have a 2-5. Right, so we've got a bunch of villages: Native Village, Squire, Hostelry, Bazaar. I guess technically Exploration can function as a village. And then draw-wise, Archive, there's like Minion is like a draw to X sort of thing. Advisor is draw, and then Daimyo can turn non-drawing cards into draw, like Hostelry. Hostelry also, of course, you can gain the horses when you gain the Hostelry, but if you like Daimyo Hostelry, because they're both not stop cards, and then Daimyo replays the Hostelry, that will turn it into draw. And then there's also Ninja, which is, not the most powerful form of draw, but it is draw. So there's a lot of draw on this board in the sense that there are a lot of things that can draw. I'm not sure in the context of a lack of trashing whether that amounts to like actually a lot of draw, if that makes sense. And then gains wise, we've got Squire and Messenger for buys, and we've got Ball where you can gain multiple cards. That looks to be it. And I guess, yeah, Hostelry can gain you a bunch of horses, as I said, but there's nothing on this board that's like going to turn those horses into anything else, so that isn't really meaningfully a form of gains. So I think there is, so Archive will enable you to do some amount of cleaning out of your starting cards. Native Village potentially does that too, although it's pretty unreliable. There's no way to like set up the Native Village to make sure that you're only setting aside junk, so I don't really think that's super relevant. The other thing is that the payload is not very strong here. So you have like Messenger gives 2 coins, Minion gives 2 coins, Bazaar and Squire give a coin. That's it. Now Daimyo, if you Daimyo one of those coin generating cards a whole bunch, like that starts to get better because, it's the same amount of money, but like Daimyo isn't a stop card. So like if you Daimyo a Messenger a bunch of times, it's closer to playing like a, Conspirator or something. Except it comes with plus buy. So I guess it's more like playing a Grand Market, actually. But anyway, so, which I guess, that's like reasonably strong, but you do have to line it up. So anyway, I guess my point is that like Archive to me looks a little bit more appealing than Native Village in terms of clearing out starting cards, just because like the plan of like totally, aside from it being unrealistic, like totally thinning out all this junk like is gonna have some effect on like how much actual payload you have. And Archive, the way that Archive plays that, I think works a little bit better. But another thing to consider here, Minion, I don't think Minion works very well here because Well, although it would be nice to have a minion in your starting hand, because you're going to get ninja attacked. You're going to have to discard down, and then minion can draw you back up. But the lack of thinning is not helping with minion. I guess daimyoing minions is fine. Like, it's like you can just take them for coins and then like take the final one for discard, and so maybe minion's all right. I mean, from that payload standpoint, you'd rather be daimyoing a messenger, get a bunch of buys as well, but assuming you have, you're not going to run out of actions. But I guess minion works, like arguably almost as well at that point. So maybe there is a place for minion in the deck. So yeah, what are we doing here in the opening? I mean, probably ball, right? We want to get a ninja, and if we had a 4/3, we'd just open ninja. But since we have a 2/5, we'd probably ball for ninja and something else. And then, I mean, I guess we can take a Squire. Squire does play nicely with minion, for what that's worth, if that comes up. I mean, we could also take a native village. Squire's going to be a little bit better at getting us to a price point more quickly. The buys aren't going to be initially relevant, most likely. I mean, I guess there's a world where you have Squire and some other stuff, and you buy something, and you buy a daimyo. But most likely, that's not super relevant. The other question is, like, what's the other card we're balling for in addition to the ninja? Like, it could be messenger, right? And that would be, then it's like, okay, well, now we have this village in addition to that. It could just be like advisor. Advisor here, like, it is going to increase hand size, and yes, you could have good cards discarded, which sucks, and that's always the problem with advisor, but there are other things to, like, get the cards back, so it's probably... And advisor at least cannot, like, miss ninja, for example. So, like, at least in the opening, having an advisor is actually not too bad. So that's an option. Messenger, I don't know if we... Like, the other thing we could do is we could messenger something. I don't know if we would want to. Like, we could ball for messenger ninja, and then when we gain the messenger, we distribute whatever with that. I think with respect to native village versus Squire, I need to decide, do I want to play with native village in general? Because I think if I want to play with native village, then I probably want to get it going sooner rather than later. My thinking is no. So I think I'm just going to take the Squire. Take a silver. Okay, so now... Do we want to messenger them something? I think it's a reasonable assumption that the bot will open ninja. Giving them a second ninja does not seem like a good idea. Giving them a hostelry does help them in the long term, but it helps them less now than it helps me, because, well, if they discard horses for the hostelry, then they don't get a ninja, and that's fine with me. But if they don't do that and they just take the hostelry, then they don't have, like, a terminal that they need to play with the hostelry, and then conceivably they could also draw it dead with the ninja. But more importantly, it's like it's not helping them do anything. It's just like they play it and it cycles, whatever. Whereas for me, I'm gonna have Messenger, Ninja, and potentially even Squire to try to play terminally. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Ball for Messenger, Hostelry. Okay, they did just take all the horses, so they don't have a ninja. So I'm cool with that. All right. I think we play this now. Yeah. Okay. We could take another Squire, or we could take a Daimyo. You kind of like getting a Daimyo. Yeah, let's get the Daimyo. So how many horses did they play? 1, 2, 3. So they didn't play all the horses, but they played most of the horses just to get the ninja and have it now rather than having it earlier. So, all right. That last card is a copper. No. Ninja Squire, copper, 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 state. It's an estate. Okay. I mean, I knew it wasn't an action card. Just to make sure I. Wait. So it was a copper? How was it a. Oh, no, no, right. I can't count. It was 3 and 3. Whatever. All right, let's get another Daimyo. Whoa! Ball for 2 ninjas. That's something. All right, I don't think there's any reason to discard here, so. All right, do we want to Daimyo the Hostelry or the Ninja? Does it even matter? I think it doesn't matter. Oh, that triggered a shuffle. Why? Wait, why did that? Oh, because the. Ugh, I always get mixed up about this. On Dominion.games, the shadow cards don't contribute towards the deck counter, and on this site they do, or this app, whatever they do, and it is really annoying. All right, I don't think I want the silver. Let me take an advisor and then a daimyo now. Would be nice to hit 5 at some point, but whatever. All right, maybe we could stop top decking messenger and a bunch of copper here. That'd be nice. I guess we top decked a bunch of that with last turn because of. Oops! No, wait, no! I didn't mean to click that! No! And I can't even undo it? Oh, that's so stupid! I guess. Discard the messenger? I guess we do, yeah. So we're going to take another daimyo. Eventually, we're going to get somewhere with this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the horses. Huh. Interesting choice. Oh, dang. Well, I guess we play Ninja first and aha. Still don't really want a silver. Do I want another 2 cost? Not really. I'm just going to keep loading up on these daimios. Ah. We should probably attack. Ah. Yeah. Ninja sure makes it hard to hit 5 in conjunction with being in debt from buying daimios. They bought exploration? Interesting. Guess we're just gonna play that a million times. I still don't really want a silver. Oh, they hit 5. Yeah. Attack. Probably attack. Alright, well now we don't have to be in debt anymore, so that's nice. Ugh. Still don't want silver. I don't really want another squire. Would have liked to hit 4. But no. Maybe their approach of getting those extra ninjas was actually good. Because I'm probably not... I'm not attacking every turn, and they pretty much are. I think we go with the advisor here. It is more cards. Ouch! Jeez. That was sure something. Well, alright, this is fine. Yeah, actually, this is fantastic. Wow, that went well. Alright, oh, hold on. I should consider whether I want to get a hostelry. Okay, so... Yeah, that one advisor basically drew my deck for me. I mean, obviously with the daimios, but like, was good. So I think getting an archive makes sense. Getting one more ninja might make sense. Ball might make sense. Archive ball would cost 10. Archive ball. We could just go ninja hostelry. And then maybe we do start taking silver from Squire to ramp payload. Alternatively, buy another 4 and not take the horses. Hmm. We're one coin short of being able to do archive double ball. That I think would be pretty nice. But I mean, I guess it's possible that we shouldn't even bother with archive, that we should just do double ball, ninja, hostelry, messenger, advisor, and get a bunch of horses. Hmm. It's definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. I think I'm going to do that. Wait, they daimyoed their archive? Oh. Seems kind of awkward. Hmm. I think I'm going to play a ninja first. Ugh. Yeah. Well, we have all 6 of our daimyos down there. And we've just seen all 3 of our estates, so I think I don't want to discard. Certainly not as good of a turn as last turn. We didn't find any of the horses either. um, our draw situation should have improved. Didn't there, but I'm wondering about taking a little bit more payload in the form of squire or silver. Nah. I can't daimyo a silver, and I'd rather daimyo a messenger than a squire. I don't know how many horses we want to daimyo, but I guess, or how many daimyos we want to spend on horses, whatever. All right, 7 cards to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're already, well, okay, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Getting another horse, or what am I trying to say? We've got another advisor down there too. So we should not need to daimyo this horse at all. And a hostelry? Yeah, okay. All right. We can empty piles with, or no, wait, not quite. Hold on. Also, maybe we're going to take some more horses, but yeah, no, not quite. Ball for hostelry ninja is what I was. Oh, wait, messenger. Okay. Uh, I don't think we can win, though. Ball for messenger to give out 2 ninjas. And then take a hostelry. And then there's 3 of each. And then we ball, ball, ball. Yeah. So we should probably score. Province. And maybe we ball one more time for hostelry. And just take the 7 horses and make sure we draw. And then we could take another messenger. Seems reasonable. Yeah, as usual, even though I know Daimyo is good and I know I want to play it and I get the Daimyo and all of that, I still like underestimate how explosive it is. And like, at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, archive. We'll use that to set aside our starting cards, and it's just like, no, we won't. All right. Again, how many daimyos do we need to spend on horses is pretty unclear. I'll play a ninja first, I guess. We shouldn't need to spend very many, but we also we have a little bit more money than we did last turn. Try to win with. We spent 2 daimyos on horses last turn, I think. Double check that. Daimyo, horse. And 4 daimyos on the messenger. Yeah, okay. So I think we can just do that again. Just to make sure we draw. I want to make sure we draw. We need to. What did we. Discarded advisor, and then we discarded 2 green cards. So we have like a state province. So we have 3 more coppers down here, and we have all 3 of our messengers. No, we don't. We have 2 in hand. Ugh. 3 coppers, 1 daimyo, 1 messenger, and probably 4 horses. We played 2 horses. This is the 3rd horse, and then 4 horses. Yeah, so we have 4 horses down there. I think we're not actually at risk here. One more daimyo. How many horses did I just play? 1, 2, 3. So there should be 1 more horse even still. We top decked an advisor for what that's worth. I suppose in theory, we should actually take the silver now. Right. So, ball for messenger, ninjas, ninja. Ball for ninja, ninja. Ball for hostelry, hostelry. And then we can buy... I guess it doesn't actually matter how we do this. I was gonna say, we could either buy hostelry... Oh, no, we get more estates if we... No, that's not even true. Well, then it's more stylish to do ball for hostelry, estate, and buy estate. There's also... I wasn't thinking about this, but maybe there was an estate pilot too. So yeah, I mean, I say it was explosive. It took 17 turns. Like, like in the aggregate, certainly not an explosive kingdom, but the speed with which the deck came together, like once, you know, it's like the ninja attack slows everything down dramatically, but with the speed with which the deck like came together from not doing anything, like the you know, it's not like it wasn't doing anything and then it was doing a little more and then it was doing a little more. It was like it wasn't doing anything, it wasn't doing anything, and then boom, like draw the deck, like double line the daimyos up with the advisors, boom. I do wonder whether even I underplayed like the hostelry thing here because just like daimyo horse is so good. Although I was struggling to even hit 4 for so long, so yeah, I don't know. I'm also, I guess I'm not totally sure about that opening like decision to give the bot a hostelry and a bunch of horses. You know, did that actually work out? I don't know. Let's see. Turn 3, bought a ninja, they shuffled. Turn 4, they played the ninja. So they still managed to get, you know, the ninja into play within that, like, that same window that they would have otherwise, though they probably would have played it turn 3 rather than turn 4. And maybe they still had a horse left at this point. I guess not. 4 horses. 1, 2, 3. They must have had a horse left, but they like didn't play it for ages. There it is. Weird. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I think it was a reasonable call. But yeah, I think what I did not anticipate going in, but managed to figure out along the way was that we don't need to play with archive. That, you know, the deck, if hostilities ran, right, then the deck would potentially like struggle without the archive. But so long as they didn't run out, Daimyo Horse is the best draw on the board, which, I mean, I guess if I'd thought to ask the question that way, then I would have probably realized that that was true, but I didn't think to ask the question that way. And I mean, Daimyo Advisor worked pretty well anyway, but still, like, obviously you can get more horses into your deck at once than you can advisors. So that's pretty relevant. And then in conjunction with ball, where you can be like gaining that and something else that's like adding payload, so you're not just sort of like spinning your wheels, is very nice. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my decision to just ignore the 5 costs and utilize ball and daimyo. And yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.